Hi. Yes, it has been a long time. Um let's just dive in. Okay, so I know that I made a video back in December regarding, hey, everything is good, and it is, and it still is. Please know that even though you guys have not heard anything from me in from the end of January, like beginning of February, all the way through till now. And I am posting this as of June 1st is when this is going up. This school year has, in a sense, I want to say ripped away my mojo, my whatever you want to call it. And y'all, it was a struggle to the point where I needed to figure out either A, is my mental health, where's that at? What can I do about it? And how can I fix it to get me back to what I was doing necessarily before the crazy happened. And it wasn't the hurricane, because I know that we talked about that before, because I watched my video that I did back in December, January of when I started coming back, and I was like, hey, I'm back, I'm good, I want to do these weekly things, etc., these monthly. And they're all going. Like, they are running itself. Sorry, my hair is a little, off kilter. They're running itself. The individuals, the ladies that are part of this, knows my struggles. And the struggles aren't even, something that I won't talk about. We get to February and everything was going good. Then stuff started to change in my school. It was really a rough second semester. We had new admin change that came in December that I did not talk about. My self was getting spread thin to the point where this space here, I did not want to ruin the Zen's mojo, whatever you want to call it. So I was just coming up here to do some few things, and then I left. I went to my second best hobby that I love, which is reading. And I just read. Every weekend I would do my what I would call my Sunday reset that I do every year, week. I've done that for years. And typically my reset would be to come up here and either film or edit, depending on the Saturday, Sunday that I had. And I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to pick up a book. Or I wanted to pick up a book, and I didn't want to do any of this in here. To the point that I still have right there the two layouts that I was going to do the very last weekend that I went here. Now, I did organize everything. Let's see. Let me see. I've got, let's film back in. There we go. As you can tell, I did do a bunch of organizing. I cleaned everything up. I did all of that kind of stuff. I fixed what's over here on this side you guys can't see. I did all that. But still didn't want to come in here. I was struggling to the point where I did seek out some help and did do I did the steps that they wanted me to do. My daughter graduated from her treatment plan that she was on because she was struggling too. We all were. And it had nothing to do with anything other than what this school year was doing to a lot of us teachers. And it's not just me. It was a lot of us. We had a ton of my friends And even on social media, like the ones that I would have never thought would have had issues, like myself, we all were going through it. And there was no support. There was nothing. So all of our side hobbies, which this is my side hobby, my side hustle, and even theirs was not being done. We all were going home and being like, what are we doing? Like, why are we doing this? What is our purpose? And this was a thing. The kids didn't take accountability for their actions. And trust me, I had parents backing me up. Their kids just didn't want to do what any of us were doing. Not a single one of us was like, what the heck? Like, this is crazy. So fast forward to March, and I'm like, okay, February, all right, I got it. I was maybe doing too much in January because I was posting like once a week, at least trying to do videos and post and get back into my schedule. So it's like March comes along. The one person that was supposed to come back didn't. Then admin was getting on all of us. We aren't doing this. We aren't doing that. And I'm like, but we are, but okay, let's like rethink this. Let's kind of go back through. Let's figure out what we're doing. Let's like backtrack, whatever. That didn't help. It was like to come in here. I was like, I would put my stuff in, like my scrap room stuff, like from the scrap room, color rush, designs, all of them. I was just stacking them up. You see the little, right there. Let me go this way. Bring my hand there. I was stacking all that up. Before I filmed, I cleaned up my whole room. I was just stacking my stuff in here. I was like, what's the point? And as I was going through all of this, I started to realize some things that I wasn't doing for myself that I stopped doing. And I shouldn't have stopped doing, but I didn't realize I stopped. So then I got back on the path. I started going back through. I started making sure things were going, doing all of this, and making sure that I wasn't struggling. So I went and did my Sunday resets like I did. I've been reading. I've been going through. Then I picked up the book that's called The Let Them Theory. I realized then I needed to figure my stuff out first before I can start going back and doing this. And that is why I'm here today. I graduated myself out of whatever you want to call it, physical therapy, therapy, whatever you want to say. I found my reason why, and I fixed the problem. And mental health has got to be the most important thing for yourself. I let that go, and I spread myself so thin that I didn't realize I was spreading myself thin. So now I'm grateful that I've got a design team, a special design team coming up. I'm a guest designer for a company which is getting released this month here in June. And I filmed for the first time. When I filmed this, right after I got done with this, I filmed. So I filmed my first 2 videos since January. They were a little rocky, but I'll get better at it again, like I've been. But it felt good. I finally got to a place where now everything is good. Please know that when I was going through this, I was still watching videos. I was still keeping up on my YouTube stuff, like watching other people just to like give them praises and likes and views and all of that. I needed to find myself again. And I thought I did in December, but I didn't. I used the coping mechanism of, oh, I'm fine, so that I can do this. And I was knocking those videos out like left and right, right? And I was doing really well. But I put too much pressure on myself. And I've learned that I need to stop putting that pressure on me to make everyone else happy. I need to be happy first before I can make anyone else happy. And I found that I was using excuses, not excuses, but excuses for why, oh, well, I'm not going to come in here because I have this problem, or I'm not going to come in here because I have this. Well, that wasn't the issue. I was just sugarcoating it. I was patting myself, and that's not good either. So once I got through everything, I'm truly excited to be back. I'm back to the way I was. I'm happy. I've always been there. And we've got some new things going on in our lives. Kaylin is now an 8th grader. She is going into the 8th grade. My son will be 23 in November. And we added a brand new little pup named Zorro that will be joining our family on the 8th. So if you've been following me on social media, I've been posting those things. I've been posting the fun things that have been happening. And I've been working on the other things that necessarily don't know how to explain, because it was hard for me to get to where I'm at. And I'm now there, but this past year has been a lot. And it's the school year between, and I'm going to tell you this, the hurricane had nothing to do with it. Our week off from winter break, the week that we had to take off because it wasn't it. It was people around me taking so much of me, and me not realizing that because I was giving them all of my time, I wasn't doing me and my family. They were getting all my time and sucking it all out of me, to the point where I thought there was no return. So that is where I'm at. And posting the hard stuff is hard. It wasn't hard for me. I just didn't know how to express it until now. So know that people go through this. Just because they haven't been talking, or just because they haven't been saying, they could be going through something like I was. I've been very quiet. I have not been on here. I have been very, very quiet, to the point where I know now what I need to do to keep myself going forward. And that's what I'm excited. To the point where during spring break, I went in and added some pieces. And then my favorite one, I needed this to remind me every day. And so I did what is called Let Them. And it's this piece that starts here and it goes all the way down, and it points to me. It points, and I'm letting them do what they need to do. I needed to let them be them, and they need to let me be me. And if I lose a friend because of what they have done, then they weren't a friend at all. And that was my problem. I needed to let those individuals go. And now that I have, my joy is back. And I didn't realize my joy was gone. So now the fun stuff. I have a guest designer, and then I'm back to doing my own thing just to get myself back into it. So please know that I am good. My family is good. Exciting things are coming on. I've got 2 family trips going on. If you follow me over on social media, I've got one here in June, one in July. School starts up again. I'm excited I will in July announce my new role at my school. So I'm excited for that new role. I'm in the classroom, but I'm not in the classroom. So I'm excited for that. I'm excited for things of what's coming up that is very much there. So please know I'm good. I'm back, and I'm excited. And this time I truly am. I thought I was back then, but I wasn't. I wasn't ready yet. I thought I was, but now I am. Now I'm truly am. So I hope that you get some inspiration from this, because people do go through this, whether they talk about it or not, or they wait to talk about it or not. I am now where I'm at, in a place to where I can say it and know that I wasn't good then, but I am now, and I am excited for the future. So just be on the lookout. I'm excited for this. I'm excited to bring back, I'm going to slowly bring myself back into my crops, my monthly crops and that, because the one thing that I've learned, I got to go in small steps. I typically go full on, and I cannot do that anymore. I have to slowly get mine. So right now it's just videos. My crops may take until January to come back. I may just need to take this year to just work on this and bring this joy back into me, because I know this is my happy place. Between reading books and this, I miss this. I've been missing this, but I didn't want to do it when I was in that time of my life, I guess, the better of lack of terms. And I know where I need to be and how I need to do things. I'm enjoying coming back. I enjoyed cleaning my craft room. I enjoyed looking at all of the new things that I did get in versus them being piled in a box. These are things that I'm excited for. So I hope that you made it to the end. Drop a heart emoji. Drop a heart emoji. How does the kids do it? This way. There we go. Sometimes I forget how they do it nowadays. But drop that in the thing saying there, welcome me back. I know that I thought I was good, but I'm not, but I am now. So I hope that you guys all have a safe summer, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.